Hi, it's Cherie, and last Tuesday I talked to you a little bit in the video about fear in relationships and where it could be stopping you, whether if you're singles and seeking and looking for love of your life, if you're in a relationship already, it's not quite what you want it to be, and even in the role of parenting. Fear shows up and interferes so much with us allowing us to have the relationships and the results that we want in our life in many aspects. And I had promised that today I would do a tapping sequence for you around fear. So let's just get started. Again, outside of the karate chop point is where we start, and we go through the points. I'll be saying phrases, and on each phrase, I'll pause, and you repeat after me, and we move on to the next, and we just move through the points. So if you're new to tapping, just you can go to tappyhourwithcherie.com, and there is a chart of the tapping points. There's a video that explains EFT in more detail. Okay, so just take a deep breath, and what I want you to do is focus on your relationship, a relationship in particular, that isn't quite what you want it to be. So maybe you're not as connected, or maybe you don't communicate as well, or maybe you're not receiving the kind of attention that you'd like. Maybe it's a non-existent relationship that you would like to bring in. Maybe there's a lot of stress. So just think of an area in a relationship that's not quite what you'd like it to be right now. Okay? And on a scale of 1 to 10, 0, 0 not being an option that I gave you, but so what is this? From 0 to 10, 0 being, I just don't, it's not really even there, and 10 being, it's as intense as the feeling could possibly be. Okay, and give it and rate it from 0 to 10. And now, hold that intention for yourself, and we're going to tap. I'm going to take you through sequence, and I may be saying things and tapping on things that aren't necessarily particular to your situation, but I ask you to tap along and say the words anyway. It's called borrowed benefits, and when you tap with me, or when you tap within a group, and we're tapping through any of the issues, you are receiving the benefits, borrowed benefits from us tapping, because you're holding the intention of your own situation. Okay? So, we're going to start on the karate chop point. Even though I have this relationship challenge in my life right now, again, when I pause, you repeat after me. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So even though this relationship is really challenging me right now, I honor and respect where I am. So even though I wish this relationship were better or different, I choose to honor and accept who and what I am, and this situation for what it is. I really wish I felt happier about this relationship. I would love it if we communicated more. It's so hard to talk to him. He never hears what I say. He doesn't really care about my feelings. It's always his way or no way. And we always end up in a screaming match. Or else we just storm and walk away from each other and don't speak at all. It's really frustrating. And I don't know how to tell him what I really need. When I try, it just doesn't seem to work. And I'm really afraid to make him too angry, or to chase him away. So I don't always tell him how I feel. And there are so many times when I would love to say no and I don't. I'm not sure why. I don't want him to be mad at me. I don't want to disappoint him. I'm not sure how we'll react. And I'm really just afraid of what will happen. So sometimes I just keep my mouth shut. Don't say what I really feel. Don't honor what I really want to do. Because I want to keep peace. And sometimes I'm not even sure what I should do. And I'm really tired of this situation. I'm lonely. I'm unhappy. I want things to be different. I wish there was a man in my life who just loved me completely for who I am. I wish the man in my life loved me completely for who I am. I wish things were just easier with my children. And I'm not sure what's really causing all of this. It might be fear. I just don't really believe that things can be the way I want them to be. And so maybe I get in my own way. Because the situation that I know, in many ways, is safer than what I don't know. Or not getting what I want. This fear. This fear. This fear. This fear. I'm not even sure I know what the fear is. But there's some fear there. This fear is getting in my way. This fear is interfering with me having what I want. This fear is interfering with my relationship. This fear is keeping me from having a relationship. This fear is keeping me from finding and letting in a wonderful, loving man. This fear is keeping the man that's in my life from getting too close. This fear is just keeping me stuck. This fear is not letting me move on. This fear is not letting me take the steps I need to take. This fear. This fear. I wonder if I could let the fear go. I wonder if I could face it. Ask it questions. Maybe see things differently. Accept things the way they are. Not because I'm saying they're okay, but so I can stop resisting and make a different choice. Release some energy and allow things to change. If I could let go of the fear, I may show up more authentically. I may be more honest with myself and with others. I may actually show up in a way that's real and asking for what I want and need. Believing I can receive it. If I could just let go of the fear. Fear is just false evidence that appears real. I really don't know that my fears are true. I've just developed a belief around them. And they've become to seem real to me. And maybe they're not. Maybe they're not real at all. Okay, take a breath and let it go. And that's just one round of tapping. And yes, I kind of covered a lot of ground because this is a video that is going out to the public. So I really did want to try to address different issues around how fear might be showing up or affecting your relationships. But now go in and check in. I had asked you to find a relationship and an issue in your life where you weren't getting what you wanted or it wasn't quite what you wanted, and to look at the fear and give it a number and an intensity level. So hopefully just with that one round it has dropped a little. And if so, that's wonderful. And you want to keep tapping with whatever shows up for you. So do some more rounds of tapping and just talk about what your fears are or what your situation is and move it through, allow it to move through, and get yourself down to a 0 in this particular instance. Now what happens often though is you may have thought of something else or you may be feeling something else, and so you've shifted aspects and you want to just go back in and make sure that the initial issue has been cleared. You are welcomed to go to CherieValentine.com or tappyhourwithcherie.com, where there are lots of resources on tapping. If you would like more support in tapping or in your relationships, you are welcome to go to Invite Love and just fill out a couple of questions so I have a sense of what's going on in your life, and we will have a free conversation so that I can maybe help you move through your fears. This is Cherie Valentine. I am wishing you a very happy Tuesday and rest of the week.